Hi again from KTK. Today we're going to talk about the WHS General Policy document. You'll get this as part of the basics documents in many of our packages. It's quite an important document because it outlines the entire process for WHS within your workplace or any workplace. WHS compliance is about maintaining the documentation or effectively the proof that you do have these processes in place. If somebody gets injured, if work cover comes in, if you need to claim insurance, or basically just do anything to do with the fact that someone gets injured or there's an emergency or anything like that, you must have your documentation in place. WHS General Policy documents within WHS are basically designed just to outline how your workplace plans to complete any of these processes, and the General Policy covers an overall aspect of WHS, which is why, as I say, you'll get it in most of our basic packages that we offer here at KTK Consulting. The main point of this policy, I won't read it obviously through to you word for word, don't want to put you to sleep, but effectively, if you have a look in section 4, it talks about the main things that you need to consider and cover as you go through your WHS compliance journey. Doesn't have to be complicated. We try and make it as simple as possible, and every document that we provide is basically a offshoot from this because it covers the most basic areas that you need to do to make sure you maintain your compliance. So in section 4 it talks about having an OHS or WHS strategy or plan. That's effectively how you're going to meet your WHS compliance requirements within the workplace. This document is the start of that. So by putting all these documents in place, you're starting that process. Talks about your defined responsibilities. One of the biggest mistakes a lot of companies make is somebody gets injured, work cover come in and say, how did you get injured? And the worker will say, I didn't know about that risk, or I didn't know that I had to do it this way. If they haven't seen WHS responsibilities and they haven't signed off on what it is they're supposed to do, this branches off obviously into SWIMs, safe management work statements, other processes that you have in place. If you can't prove that they've been given this information, your company could be in trouble. I'm not saying that we aren't worried about their safety, but you do need to make sure that you've got that covered. Exercising due diligence, which is again what you're doing as part of your IHS process. Health and safety training and education, and consultation with employees. They are two of the most critical parts of it. You must constantly be talking to your staff about safety issues within the workplace. Have they noticed anything? Have they seen anything? Toolbox meetings is a common way of doing this. It could even be an agenda item on weekly team meetings, anything like that which gives them the opportunity to talk about their safety issues. They're the ones on the coalface, so they're the ones who might see something that you've missed. The other things in here is the risk management. So that's where you're proactively looking for hazards and risks within the workplace. So somebody actually needs to go around your workplace, look at all the areas, find if there's any risks that they might have, anything that they need to look for so that they can make sure they are covered for those areas. And again, workplace inspections, accident and incident reporting. I mean, a simple question is, do you know who to speak to if somebody has an accident within your workplace? Do you know how to manage that accident? That's another critical point. If someone's injured, not only obviously do you need to make sure that you can care that injury, but what paper trail do you need in place after that? I know it sounds painful, I know it's a lot of work, I know it sounds like it's government type stuff, and unfortunately it is what you need to do to make sure that you're covering those areas. And the last one in there is emergency procedures. Most people, when they think of emergencies, they think of fire. Is it flood? Are you in a storm belt? Are you near a river that can get flooded? Are you in a fire risk area? A number of emergencies that might come up that you may not have necessarily thought about, so you need to think about them as well. So get this document, have a look through section 4, have a read through the other information. It is very comprehensive. Obviously you can add to it, remove it, do whatever you need to do. These documents, as all our documents, are legally checked, so it does cover the needs of the legislation, so don't go changing the base structure of it, but obviously you can add and remove things that maintain your business. As usual, any questions, any issues, any concerns with it, please reach out and let us know, and we'd be more than happy to help you out. Okay, bye.